Hi everyone, for those who've logged on, we're just going to do a minute of testing to make sure the sound quality is working and that everyone who's logged on can see the slides. So just bear with us one moment and we'll kick off at exactly 11:30. Hi everyone, so it's 11:30 and we're going to kick off with our webinar. Thanks for tuning in to the Engineers Week information session. My name is Aoife Kelly and I am Project Managing Engineers Week 2020, which is taking place from February 29th to March 6th. And today we are going to use this time to go through Engineers Week, some figures and impacts from last year, and some activity ideas from this year to go through as well. A little bit of background on the Engineers Ireland STEPS programme. So the Engineers Ireland STEPS programme is a non-profit outreach programme that promotes interest and awareness in engineering as a future career choice to school students in the Republic of Ireland through a portfolio of projects. STEPS is a non-profit homed within Engineers Ireland, the professional body for engineers with over 25,000 members. STEPS is supported and funded by the Science Foundation Ireland, the Department of Education and Skills, and industry leaders ARP, ASB, Intel and TII. The four main projects that we focus on are Engineers Week, which promotes engineering and the importance of the profession to children in Ireland. The second project is Engineering Your Future. This is an engineering experience programme in third level institutions or industry that gives transition year students hands-on, fun and practical insight into engineering. The third, the Young Engineers Award. It is a competition which encourages third and fourth class children to explore the world of engineering by developing an engineering project that can improve their local community. Volunteer engineers visit participating schools. And the fourth and final project is the STEPS Irish Girl Guides have teamed up to develop an education initiative that allows guides and brownies to earn engineering badges. From this training, we would like you to understand what Engineers Week is and the importance in the community. Here at Engineers Ireland, we want you to feel confident that you know how to organise an Engineers Week event and the steps to take to ensure your activity is successful. Understand the resources that are available. Have the knowledge of activities that have been done before for inspiration, and next steps and key dates. Some results and feedback from the independent evaluation that was carried out by an external company, the Research Base. Last year, in 2019, 94% of teachers felt that Engineers Week had a positive effect on their students' understanding of what engineering is. In particular, the benefits of meeting engineers was highlighted throughout the report. Students reported improvements to their knowledge of engineering as a result of meeting engineers. And it is recommended that this is continued and increased if possible to include engineers from a wide variety of specialisms, ensuring that students can combat misconceptions and understand the opportunities offered by engineering. In 2019, over 50,000 students watched an Engineers Week documentary, which again is available to register and stream this year. There were over 850 registered events with 99,000 participants. This is extremely impressive that here in Ireland we have such a brilliant campaign like Engineers Week, and it is growing each year. When organising an Engineers Week event, we encourage you to use a three-step process. Organise your activity, register your activity, and promote your activity. Activities should positively showcase engineering to young people as a rewarding and dynamic career choice. Activities come in all different shapes and sizes. We have developed resources that will assist you with your activities, such as the Engineers Week Water Crisis Challenge and Worksheet, Engineers Week documentaries, colouring sheets, and we have partnered with a few organisations that sell ready-made engineering activities, such as the Curiosity Box, all of which this information can be downloaded via the Engineers Week website. Some examples of previous activities, hands-on activities, of which I will discuss a few examples of later on in the presentation. Another example is opening the doors of your organisation and facilitating a company visitor site tour. Or you can show a screening of an Engineers Week documentary and purchase an activity. When organising your activity, it is important to think about your audience. Your audience will be incorporating role models into your activity. In a recent research study commissioned by Microsoft across Europe, results demonstrate that girls are more interested in STEM subjects when they have a role model. 26% of girls with a role model report an interest in STEM versus 40% without a role model versus 41% with role models. And in this particular survey, role models were women working in STEM. They weren't celebrities, but they were simply local people working in STEM, such as researchers, computing, developers, and inventors. We would suggest that you use this three-step process. There are lots of resources to help you organise an impactful activity. Research online and get inspiration for what would be a right fit for your organisation. Gather your colleagues who are interested in participating. Brainstorm a few ideas and then create your agenda, selecting a time, a day, an audience, and location. Invite your audience and then organise logistics. You can bring some fun add-ons to your activity. Some organisations give out branded bags with some merchandise. And as mentioned, there is also the option to purchase a curiosity box and bring that as a parting gift for your class to carry out. This year, the 2 Engineers Week activity boxes are electric artwork and fully charged battery box. Details for purchase can be viewed on the Engineers Week website. And now, the second part of the process is registering your activity. Why is it so important to register? Because if you don't tell us what you have organised, we cannot promote or evaluate your activities. Registering provides you with an important opportunity, as registered events are promoted by us here in Engineers Ireland via regional and national press releases, social media, and incorporated into our large-scale communication campaign. As Engineers Week is a grassroots model, we wanted to positively impact young people's lives. Each year, we commission an independent evaluation based on registered events. So it's so very important to register your activities so it can be clearly evaluated and we can continuously review and improve. So do let your network know that if they are also getting involved, that it's critical to register your activities. We encourage all organisations, schools, libraries and industry and third level institutions to register by January 20th. And the registration link will be live from January on. Whilst feedback from teachers on the impact of Engineers Week has both a positive impact on themselves and students, levels of reported confidence remained low. So make sure to involve the teacher in your activity. It was also noted that a key change in attitude reported by participants was gaining an understanding that engineering encompasses a wide range of job opportunities and has social impact. When you're organising your activities, know your audience and ensure you have enough support. Keep groups small and ensure teachers stay with you for child protection reasons. And encourage partnerships. If you are facilitating an activity, you could invite a client in to be a guest speaker and build relationships. Invite another school in to maybe a larger scale event. Partnerships are the key to Engineers Week. The final step to facilitating an impactful activity is promotion. Promotion of your activity is very important. Getting involved in Engineers Week is a very rewarding experience, but it's also a terrific brand development opportunity. There are lots of ways to promote your involvement, and you don't need to have a press officer or marketing department to do so, but of course it does help. You can download all the templates you need to execute, including a template press release, social media posts, an MPU letterboard, which is a website banner which pledges your involvement. Top tip: be inventive with your promotion. You can run a fun online campaign alongside your activity, highlighting your colleagues as a case study piece. And remember to tag us at Engineers Ireland and use the official hashtag Engineers Week. Showcase engineering as an opportunity for all, regardless of gender and socio-economic background. Did you know that 71% of girls respond more positively to hands-on activities? There is very clear research that highlights the barriers some females face, which inhibits them furthering an interest in STEM. When you're organising your activities, you could keep this in mind. For example, having a female lead the session, knowing that girls respond more positively to hands-on activities and incorporating this into your plans, showcasing the social impact of engineering. And there's also a lot of research outlining that young children from disadvantaged backgrounds are also very underrepresented in STEM. Now we will go through a couple of hands-on activity ideas. The Engineers Week Water Crisis Challenge is a simple activity and very topical in our current climate of harshening conditions due to climate change. In this activity, you will ask students to think about why having to walk 15 kilometres to collect water is a problem for the villagers. The answer being, of course, that it is a driver of poverty. Instead of being at school, children spend their days fetching water, which means they are not building the skills to think critically and increase their standard of living. The children in their groups are tasked with developing a water tower for the villagers with the limited resources in front of them, which simply includes a cup, some tape, and a few straws and some card. Then, after they've spent approximately 15 minutes developing their prototype and the unique features that will help the villagers, they present it to the class. Another activity example is engineering a plane. Both of these activities can be downloaded in the activity pack, which will be available to download on engineersweek.ie, and also I will circulate the information after the webinar. This is a fun challenge, and a competition element could be incorporated into the Flying a Plane challenge. Another example of an activity: you could task your group with designing a straw rocket. Stable structures, or the marshmallow challenge, is also a very popular activity because everyone loves marshmallows. As we spoke about earlier, it's about understanding your audience, and you can tailor your activities to suit your audience. Another example is the cardboard chair activity. This can be done simply with waste card and a group, and with the challenge of them having to create a chair that can take the weight of something. Child protection is a really important part of Engineers Week. Child protection is an important part of organising any of your activities. Ensure teachers remain with the class. Organise photo consent ahead of the event, and ensure everyone's safety is a priority when organising. And it's about awareness. So organisations are required to comply with child protection obligations, including any obligations arising under the Child First Act 2015 and Children First Guidance 2017. And you can visit ThreeStep for information and lots of informative e-learning webinars. Risk identification. Teachers should stay with the class during all Engineers Week activities. As stated, photos need a consent form, and these consent forms can be downloaded from the Engineers Week website. And there should be no inappropriate behaviour or language used. We want all our organisers to feel comfortable, and we want all our attendees to feel comfortable. And remember to report any concerns to the teacher, or the STEPS team lead, Roseanne O'Leary, is our child protection designated person, and her contact details are on the slide. A few key dates. So thank you for attending the webinar that's on today. The next key date is the registration portal going live in January and then closing on the 20th of January. And that's your last chance to register to be an official partner and part of the communications campaign. And remember, as stated, registration is so important. It's really important for us to analyse the impact of Engineers Week and review and improve. If you don't tell us, we won't know. And then you can also register for the Engineers Week documentaries, and that link will close on January 31st. And all people that have registered for streaming the Engineers Week documentary will then receive an email with all the links of how to stream, any educational resources to support. And don't forget that Engineers Week kicks off on February 29th and runs through to March 6th. That date is really going to fly in. And the event registration portal will be open from January, and it's so fast approaching. And that brings us to a close. Hopefully you find this webinar useful and it has left you feeling confident about your involvement and has sparked your planning thoughts and ideas. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing all your exciting Engineers Week activities being registered. And if you have any queries at all or any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me on my email address, which you would have got to receive this link. It's akelly@engineersireland.ie. Thank you.